So it is very difficult for us whenever if you want to retrieve the particular record in sequential, just to increase certain speed up action, to reduce the load of server, to avoid some network congestion traffic. We are introducing the concept of index. MySQL allows you to create index on columns of a database table to speed up the data access. It is similar to the book index, which allows us to easily search of a data. By default, the index will be created for primary key field. Because if I want to retrieve department, mostly I will go and do the operation related to my primary key. So I will be creating an index for mostly with my primary key, because primary key via only I will select, I will update, I will delete. So just to speed up the operation. Nothing gets triggers with any of the operation. Operation remains same. Only thing is we are thinking about certain performance factor and we are adding index for primary key. Index is something called a small table. When you create an index, it is created as a centralized table where it consists of key and value. Key is nothing but the primary key or a column value for which the index is created. Can you look into the value? Value will hold a pointer which holds the address of the block where the value has been located. So if I want to retrieve, I have 1000 record. I want to locate 333 record. If you go by regularly, machine will start searching from 1 to 333. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an index. If I want 333 record, it will go to index 333 and wherever it is located with that address, it will retrieve my employee record. Is that clear introductory part? So index will be created for primary key column. Let's assume there were 1000 employee. I want to locate 333 employee. Instead of searching from first employee until the place where you have find out the 333 employee, we are going to create something called as indexes. So indexes consist of key value pair. Key will hold the value and the key will be holding whatever the primary key I have of the column which I want to hear. Here it's assume that employee ID. For employee ID, I'm referring in my as a key in my index table. And the value will be the address where I am having 333 record. Value is set of pointer that holds address of the block where the value of the key has been located. So index can also be created for other columns, but mostly we will apply for primary key. So nothing to do changes with the operation. Additionally, we are improving the performance factor. So steps in creating the index are so you can create an index in two different ways. At the time of table creation itself, create table, table name, column, data type. See here, roll number, integer, name, varchar, age, int. Can you locate the index? Can you see? Index, space, index name, followed with to which column I want to apply for an index. This is one way. So when at the time of table creation itself, see here, comma, I will create an index followed with index name. Let's assume I'm giving index 1. For what? I'm going to give for department code. This is one way. So by the way, in future, nothing is going to change with the operation what we did. In future, whenever if you are retrieving department table with respective department code, the time, certain performance factor will be improved. So this is at the time of creation. Guys, are you with me? So let's assume I have created a table. I cannot do anything over here because I already created a table. I want to add what query we want to use. Sorry.
Alter.
Alter. So alter table, table name, same syntax. Add index, index name followed with to which I want to apply. Add index, for example, index name, because only via index name later you can modify. So this is one way, this is the another way. So later if you feel like I don't want to have index, you can use drop. Either at the time of table creation itself, you can create an index, or by using alter query, you can create, or by creating an index separately. Create various types of index are there. Create unique index, index name on which table followed with the column. Create unique index, so followed with index name on. On for what? On table name. For what? For the column department code. These are the two different ways to add an index in an existing table. This is a way to create add an index at the time of table creation itself. Operation will not get affected or changed. Only thing is when I am using update query, select query, data retrieval time, as I said, those performance factor will be improved. So we have various types of indexes, explore it. So being a developer, knowing about the index is fine. In advanced, if you want to be a DBA, you want to know more about indexes, then you can go and explore on all the types. So these are the various types of index. We have primary index, we have cluster index, we have secondary index. Under primary, you have dense and sparse. So these are the different types of indexes. Explore on primary, cluster, secondary, also dense. Each is having its own unique. Whenever if I want to, for example, searching needs to be increased. So I want to reduce this amount of memory for my index. Then you need to use appropriate indexes. So primary for primary key. Other than primary key, if you want to apply, you can apply your secondary. But you should have a condition that it should have unique values. So explore on this type. That's all we came across on DML. Insert query, update query, delete. The last one is select. So complete your index in the sprint and update.